Hello everyone. Good morning. Actually, not morning. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? Good. Wonderful. I'm the instructor for this class. My name is Shahera, Jannah, and you're all here for 10:30, right? So, in our 10:30 or in Baruch overall, they changed the platform from Blackboard to Brightspace. And if you're completely new, just play with the setting and everything, and eventually you'll get used to all the things. So for our class, it's JTFA. So when you click on our class, you'll see our Blackboard page. Sorry, Brightspace page. And in the Brightspace, on the top, I have more options, but you have less options. But you can go to any tab on the top, or you can just scroll down and click anything on there. Anything is fine. Let's start with our syllabus. So you can click the syllabus here or on the top, it doesn't matter. Under the syllabus, you see a few things. So everything here is from the department except from the for the first one. The first one is specifically for our class, and the rest everything for the department. So if you look at the departmental posts, you'll see it talks about the direction of buying your MyMathLab or re-accessing your MyMathLab if you had it before. So to go to MyMathLab, you just have to follow the direction. I'm going to go over the details a little bit later, but first start with our syllabus. Okay, let me make it bigger. Oops, too much is zoomed in. Come on. Okay, so our section, the TFA, we are going to meet Tuesday and Friday from 12:25 to 2:05. But my plan is eventually change the date, change the time from 12:25 to 12:30. So 12:30 to 10. Eventually, I cannot now. After 1 month or so. And then again, my name is Shahera. A little bit about me is that I'm kind of new in the teaching field compared with all the other experienced instructors. So I might make many mistakes. Whenever you find a mistake, feel free to correct me. Actually, I do make many mistakes. For one reason is to see who is attentive in class and who is listening to me and who has knowledge about basic algebra. And second thing, I really do make mistakes. Okay? So anytime you see any mistake in my chat, feel free to correct me. And also, I did my bachelor on applied math, my master's on pure math from City College, and currently I'm doing my PhD at Columbia University on math education. So I'm just a student like you. That's why my goal is to make you life easier, because I know how stressful student life is. So you will do great in this class as long as you listen to me, listen to my advice, and do whatever I tell you to do. If you do that, you'll be fine. Our life will not be hard. Now, about email, I prefer my Gmail because Baruch email or CUNY email is kind of messed up for me. I taught at City College, Hunter College, Baruch College. So three colleges, they have the CUNY email. So anytime you send me an email, they actually send to different location. So I don't receive all of your emails. So if you send me my Gmail, I can see it and I can refer to it. Our office hours is Tuesdays after class, and during office hours, you can talk about anything. You can talk about your homework, you can talk about your class materials, or even if your personal life. Okay, you can talk to me about anything. After class, Tuesday, you can stay and you can discuss. Now, you guys are lucky. The department says, starting from this semester, there are only two requirements to get in class. One is get 50 or above in the final exam, and then just get 60 or above as a class average, and then you'll be fine. Previously, it was 72 or above. So many students failed because of the second requirement. But now you guys are lucky, so you have only 60 to pass the class average and 50 to pass the final exam. If you pass the final exam with at least 50, then I'm going to calculate all of your grades based on homework, quiz, all the materials. And then if you get 60 or above, you're fine. You pass this class. And we're going to have 3 in-class exams and final exam. There is no makeup. If you know you're going to miss the exam for some reason, let me know beforehand, and I'll see what I can do. One thing I hate the most in class is cell phone and laptop. Okay, so I assume or I hope no one in this class will use laptop or cell phone during class. You ought to use tablet or iPad to write your notes. Okay, you can use those to write notes, but definitely don't chat during class on your laptop or on phone. And very important thing, every lecture, beginning of the lecture, you're going to have a quiz. It will be only for 5 minutes, based on 1 question or 2 questions. And the questions will be based on the previous lecture's materials. Okay? And also the homework. Any questions so far? No? You guys are fine? The red thing says, well, this class isn't too hard, but it has lots of materials to cover. So in order to keep those materials in your brain, you have to practice a lot. So you're spending 1.5 hours here, but outside of the class, you should spend as much time as possible in order to do many practice from the homework, from quiz, from extra practice, anything. So in order to just have whatever information you have here, to keep them in your brain, you have to work extra you have to do lots of practice outside of the classroom. Now, grading policy, not from me, everything from the department. This is, they said our final exam is 30%. The in-class exam is 51%. The quiz, including the attendance, is 9%, and the quiz includes MyMathLab quiz and in-person quiz. So MyMathLab quiz, in-person quiz, plus attendance, all of them together is 9%, and your MyMathLab homework is 10%. So if you get above 50 in the final exam, then this grading criteria apply to you. But if you fail the final exam, you just fail the class automatically. And let's say you pass the final exam, you pass the class, then this is the grading table. Really easy to grade to letter grade. And previously it started from here, 72 above, but now you are allowed to have B minus, B plus, D. The textbook we are going to use is the 7th edition of Algebra. Previously, 1 year ago, they used 6th edition. So if you had your MyMathLab access from 1 year ago with the 6th edition, unfortunately, you have to buy the MyMathLab book again for the 7th edition. And all the information on how to get the textbook is under announcement on our Brightspace. Every section we are going to cover in this class, they have homework, and most likely you're going to cover 40 sections. 40? No, half of 40. probably 20-25 sections we're going to cover in this class. So you're going to have that many homework. The quiz, sometimes it's based on each section, sometimes it's based on the combination of two sections. So total altogether, we have 40 assignments. So total points in my method is 400 points. Each assignment is 10 points. And including them outside of the MyMathLab, we have in-class quizzes every day at the beginning of the class. So at the beginning of the class, when I come, I'll start my laptop and then I'll give you the quiz. We have 5 minutes. When you turn in, those quizzes will be attendance. Okay? So if you're late, that means you're missing the quiz. And if you're missing the quiz, that means you're absent. And if you're absent, that means you're losing your points from the 9%. Okay? So make sure you come early before class starts. Blah, 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 blah. Exams, 3 in-class exams, 1 final, and they have 2 parts. One is non-calculated portion and one is calculated portions. So in the non-calculated portions, you're not allowed to use any calculator. You just have to use a ring to do all the calculations. And once you're done with non-calculated portions, then you're gonna get the calculated portions where you're allowed to use any calculator, scientific, graphing, any type. But department recommends to use TI-89. Somewhere here, yeah. It says TI-89 is better, but if you have TI-84, it's fine. TI-89 is better because if you take pre-calculus, TI-89 is helpful for that class. But they're both TI-89, TI-84, they both have very similar features. 89 has more advanced features. That's it. So whatever you have, you can use that for the calculated versions. But make sure whatever you have, it has log options and square root options. Okay. So if you want to use the basic one, like it doesn't have any options, it's not a good one. You have to have at least a scientific where the log is available, square root is available. No makeup. So if you miss an exam or miss a quiz, it gets enough. And missing 2 exams means fail automatically because 51% if you're missing 2 exams, it's twice 17, 34% you're already missing. Attendance is quizzes. Tutoring is available under the STAC department. It's on the 2nd floor of this building. And they have online tutoring and in-person tutoring. So go there anytime you need any help. And if you know you need extra time during exams, so you can go to the accessibility center, to the Lec1 center, show them you prove that you need extra time. Why do you need extra time? And then if they say that you really do need extra time, then they're going to give you a card. If you show me that card, I can grant you extra time in quizzes and also in that class. Academic integrity. If you cheat during in-class exams, I'll take your exam and I'll give you 0. However, for online, I don't see what you are doing. Okay, so I cannot comment on that. And now this is from the department. So as you see, we have to cover so many sections. Blah, 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 blah. Chapter 11, 12, 13, 10. So we are going to cover all the sections. And our last year class is 14. And our final exam is 1 week after that, I think. 19 or something. 19 or 21. Yeah. Any questions so far? No question? Okay, then going back to our class page. So I posted a few tabs in our Brightspace. First thing under the table of content is the syllabus. Anytime which is the syllabus. The first one is our syllabus, the rest is from the department. Under the syllabus, I have class playlist. So I always record my classes and make them available afterward. To access the class playlist, you just have to click on playlist and click on the link. It will take you to YouTube. And all the classes you'll see here. This class is from yesterday, my another 1030 class. So I'm going to combine both classes under one playlist. So here it says HTRS, not your class, my morning class, and your class will be JTFA. Okay, so I'll mention clearly which class is yours and which class is my morning class. One good thing about my morning class is that their class is 2 hours, 5 minutes. Okay, so I can explain more in details in that class because we have more time. In your class, we have only 1 hour, 40 minutes. And every class, we're going to take 5 minutes to take the exam, 5 minutes to get settled down. So basically, it's 1 hour, 30 minutes. So you already have many minutes less than my morning class. So anytime I rush through materials here, feel free to watch my morning class. In my morning class, I don't have to rush. I can go slowly. But with you, I actually have to rush. We are going to cover the same materials with 1 hour, 30 minutes with you, but 2 hours, 5 minutes with them. Okay? So feel free to watch those also. And definitely feel free to subscribe. To subscribe, all you have to do is click on my name and then push the subscribe button. In my channel, I have some animes. If you want to watch, you can watch them. And I have other things. So if you want to see other classes, you can always watch those. Like I took 2003, 2009, statistics. I did all the classes. So anytime you need help with any of the materials, anything my explanation is better than others, feel free to watch those. Okay. The next thing I posted on our right space is pre-lecture notes. Pre-lecture notes means whatever materials I'm going to cover in class, I put them together as a PDF file and I post them here. So the first thing we're going to cover is chapter 8 and 3.6. So the materials are there. The next thing you're going to cover is 5 and chapter 10, then chapter 11, and I'm still working on chapter 12 and 13. Once I'm done, I'm going to proceed there. So these are all the materials you're going to go over in class. To access them, all you have to do is click, and then they will take you to the PDF version. So what you can do if you use tablet, all you have to do is open it and then write on it on the tablet. You don't have to write down all the details because I already posted everything there. So in class, all you have to do is listen to me, see how do you solve something and why do you take the steps, like the solving process. If you can concentrate on the solving process, you don't have to write down all the details. Just concentrate and after class or before class, write down the details on your notebook. If you use your physical notebook. The next thing I have is exam review sheets and exam solutions. So if you click there, I already posted our exam 1 review sheet. Good thing is that all the questions in the review sheet, they are from the lecture notes. So whatever you're going to go over in class, all the questions in the review sheet are from there. So that's why I don't have any solutions in the review sheet because all the solutions will be in our lectures. So if you want to see solutions for anything, all you have to do is look at your notebook or go to the YouTube and click on the video for that day and you'll see how did you solve this in class. And I also posted the playlist here, so you can just click and it will take you our page. My exam is very similar to the review sheet. all I do is I give different questions and less amount of questions. So review sheet, if you observe, it has so many questions for each section. But our exam will have very similar questions in less amounts. So if you do the review sheet very well, you're ready for the exam. And once we are done with the exam, then exam solutions, I'm going to post below that the review sheet. So that's all from me. Now from the department, they have some course documents. They have practice final exam, which is helpful for our final exam. But I'm going to do a review before final. My plan is to have at least 2 or 3 review days so that you can get prepared for the final exam. Because if you fail the final exam, all the work you're doing throughout the semester will be in vain. Failing the final exam means failing the class automatically. Regardless what do you have in the homework, quiz, or exams. Failing final means failing class. So I want to do a thorough review before our final exam. So I need at least 2 to 3 days. So my plan is to finish our syllabus before at least 2 to 3 days so that we can consider on the reviewing for final. And e-text, I didn't click it. Wow. They put together all of our sections under e-text. So what happens when you click? Oh, it takes you to Pearson. So I believe you need, do you need my MATLAB access? I'm not sure because I already have the access. So I don't know whether you'll be able to access it without my MATLAB access. But about my MATLAB, so whether you are a returning student or you are buying for the first time, in order to start my MATLAB, go to the homework tab and then go to my MATLAB. When you go to my MATLAB, okay, so when you click on my MATLAB, it will take you to this page. This page says open this, and then they have 2 options. One is enter your access code if you already have it. If you don't, buy it. And if you choose to buy it, then they will give you the physical code via postal mail. So it's an online code they actually send to your phone, the original code. So once you receive the original code, you have to insert it under the access code. Since it takes 3 to 7 business days, so that's why they give you instant access for 14 days. So if you buy it, make sure you click the temporary access. When you click it, it will take you to the My MATLAB platform. And if you already used your 14 days trial from before, then you cannot use it again. And if you use your 6th edition before, you have to buy it again. If you bought 18 weeks access code before, you have to buy it again. Unless you bought 24 month access, then you have to buy it again. But if you already bought 24 month access before 24 months, no. Within 24 months, then you still have your access. So all you have to do is click on the access code. And if it doesn't work, you can simply email our supervisor. Somewhere it says here. This is his email. Any problem you face with MyMathLab, email him. He's on the extension. He told us that from the previous semester to transit into this semester, they are trying to make it smoother. So if it doesn't work for you now, it will work eventually. They're working on it. So let's say you bought everything, or you already have the access, then what happens is this. You click on the homework, you go to MyMathLab, you accept everything. I hate this. You can click there. And then you'll see all the assignments, all the homework. So the top portion is the homework. You have to scroll down to see the quiz portion. Okay. Either you can access this way, or you can simply access from here. I think I saw, yeah. You simply click on every homework on Brightspace, and they will take you to that homework on MyMathLab. Question?
It's like a subscription.
$100 plus tax. 20% of the grade, 19% of the grade. And then you get the free trial for 2 weeks and do all the homework quizzes in 2 weeks. If you don't want to spend you can come to everything in 2 weeks.
The quizzes and homework.
Quiz and homework, everything. So you can go from Brightspace directly, and then to look at all the questions, you just click there one after another. They have unlimited attempts, unlimited time, but the quiz, they have limited time, like 30 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes, sometimes, or sometimes even 90 minutes. It depends on the difficulty level of the quiz, like difficulty level of the materials. So quiz is timed and you only 2 attempts. In the first attempt, if you don't like your score, then you can take it again. And then whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. It will take you the best score from the 2. And the in-class quiz will be from the homework based on the previous materials. For example, whatever you're going to learn today, I'm going to quiz you on 3 steps at the beginning of the class. Anything else? I believe I explained everything here. And to view your grades, I think you just click on the grades and you will see all the grades. For me, I see different thing, but for you, you'll see something different. I see all of your information, but you will see only your information. And on MyMathLab, I can see everything. How long you spent on the homework, how much you have done, everything. So let me show you one thing actually. Okay, so once you do something, if you see that percentage actually is misleading number. Okay, sometimes it's 100%, but actually didn't complete on the homework, all the assignments. But it still say 100% because they calculate the grade based on how many homework you complete. Okay, but in reality, it doesn't happen. I'm going to take the overall scores, whatever you completed or did not complete, based on everything. So if you want to see how much you actually completed, you have to click on calculation. And like I said before, the total points for homework quiz is 400. Whatever you get here, that's the amount you have out of 400. Okay, so if you want to see the actual percentage, you divide this by that. Then you see the percentage of the actual. For example, I noticed one thing. So he completed 10 points out of 400, they gave 22.5%. But is it true if you have 10 out of 400, 2.5? Yeah, for now it's correct. But eventually I noticed it's not correct. So if you want to see your actual percentage, whatever you have here, divide that by total 400 points. And you will see all the homework here, score, and all the quiz score will go below that. So for the first set of homework, I set the deadline to 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I forgot the date. So for section 5.1 to 10.5, the due date is 15, September 15. The next homework is September 22. And if you scroll down, you see the quiz also. But in quiz 15, and then we had 22. So in order to take quizzes, first you have to complete the homework. And I believe the homework you have to have at least 80% in the homework to take the quiz. If you get below 80%, then they will not let you take the quizzes. No, homework is unlimited. But what they do is after you try 3 times, they give you final score. If you don't like that score, you have to click on similar question and then redo the same question again with 100%. So they have unlimited attempt, but not for one question. Unlimited attempt for many questions. So for one question, I think it's 3 attempts or something. Once you are done with all the attempts for one question, click on similar question, do it all over again, you get 100%. Okay, that's all about syllabus. Any question? Comments? Concern? The in-class quiz will be in-class quiz is based on previous lecture days. And yeah, I will take the question from the homework. So if you do the homework based on the previous lecture, it will be fine.
So we're gonna have unlimited attempts for the homework, but it's always gonna be different questions. They're always gonna switch it around.
No, they'll give you the same question but different situations. Yeah.
This is also kind of.
The online quiz, there are only 2 attempts and it's timed. So you have to complete in 30 minutes. Like you see the time, I don't remember what time they have. But for some quizzes, they give you 30 minutes to complete. For some quizzes, they give you 45 minutes to complete. And after 2 attempts, you cannot take it any longer. Any other question? Oh, when you buy the textbook, there are 2 options. One is get the physical book or the online book. So you must buy the online one, okay? Because you don't need the physical book. Physical book costs more. Online is just the e-text thing. You see the book here somewhere. Online book. So you actually don't need the physical. Buy the e-text and they will give you the code, but it will not delivered by online. It will deliver by postal mail. It will come to your home.
It's like the order, is it class, then homework, then quiz, or?
Class homework based. And if you know your materials before class, you could just start homework. You can always study ahead, no problem. Any other question? No?
Next week, Tuesday.
Based on today's material. So you didn't learn anything yet, right? So we're going to start learning now. Whatever we cover today, our quiz on Tuesday will be based on that. So let's see what you're going to learn today. Today is 30. Oops. Okay, so before we truly start our lecture, any last minute question? No? Okay, so I'm not gonna go in order, like 3.6, 5.1. I'm not gonna go with the order. I'm gonna go with the materials. Whatever material is easier, I plan to go over with that first. So in my opinion, before 3.6, 8.1 is better to start because 8.1 materials are much easier than 3.6 or 5.1. The 8.1 and 8.2, they talk about functions, linear functions. Especially 8.1 talks about lines, all the lines. And I forgot what is 8.3 about. So, in line, same line can be written 3 different points. The first method is called standard form. In this method, we write x and y together next to one another on one side and the constant on the other side. The ABC, all of them are real numbers. They could be fraction, they could be decimal, they could be whole number, but they're real numbers. Then we can write the same line in slope-intercept form. It's called slope-intercept because you can see the slope and also the y-intercept. So it's y equals mx plus b. L is the number slope and b is the number for y-intercept. That's why its name is slope-intercept because you can see the slope and the y-intercept. The same line again we can write in a third format. It's called point slope format. Again, it's called point slope because you can see a point and the slope of the line. So it's y minus y1 equals l times x minus x1. That l is the slope, and combining x1 and y1, we get the point. So since we see the point and the slope, its name is point slope format. Since we see the y-intercept and the slope, it's called slope-intercept format. And the other one is standard. Standard, we don't see anything. We don't see slope, we don't see point, we don't see y-intercept. We see nothing, we just standard format. Each of them are helpful based on different scenarios. For example, if you are looking for x-intercept, this is the best one to use because you can easily find the x-intercept from there. But if they want you to find the slope or the y-intercept, this is better because we can see the slope and we can see our y-intercept directly. The third one is most useful if you're trying to find the equation of the line. Let's say they give you some information, they give you 2 points, and they said, hey, give me the equation of the line that passes through the 2 points. Well, it's the best one. Let's say they gave you 1 point or the slope, and so find the equation of the line. Again, this is the best one. So anytime you're finding the equation of a line, the third one is the best. Anytime you're finding the slope of a line, the second one is the best. What is slope? I always keep telling you slope, but what is slope? Well, slope is actually an idea that tells us how steep you're moving from left side to the right side. So when I walk from my left to my right, I have 3 ways of going. Either we can go upward, we can go downward, or we can go on a flat surface. Okay, so if I go upward, my steepness is going in a positive direction, like climbing a stair. If you go downward, like climbing down the stairs, you are moving in a negative direction. But walking on a floor, there is no steepness. So all this information we get from the concept slope. Now let's say you want to find the slope of a line that goes to 2 points. Only 2 points are given, and you have to find the slope of the line that passes through the points. That means the formula. This formula is best to figure out the slope for the 2 points. It says take the change in the y, divide that by the change in the x. So if you want to see visually what is happening, let's say we have a point here and we have a point there. To find how steep they are,